I'm joined now by Dr. Laurie DeLeve from the University of Southern California. She is the governing board liaison to the SIGs, or Special Interest Group. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kevin.
So tell me a little bit about the special interest groups. I know there's a ton of them out there. Tell us a little bit about the structure and function.
Sure, so we have 16 SIGs now. These were first instituted by Greg Gores, and the number of members participating has grown hugely. So last year we were about 1,600, we now have 2,200 members of AASLD who are members of SIGs. And initially we started with a more monolithic version of leadership with just a steering committee and then the SIGs. And the goal of the SIGs was really to try to get a bottom-up involvement in the society. So instead of the governing board telling the society how we should run the society and what programming should be of interest, the SIGs really allows people to voice what they want to know, how they want to disseminate the information. But it didn't offer many leadership opportunities. And what we heard from our membership is they wanted more involvement. So we've instituted subcommittees. So we have 4 subcommittees to every SIG, and these are education, communication, membership and mentoring, and global outreach. And just in the last year, we now have 364 of our members involved in SIG leadership at the subcommittee level. So this offers a number of opportunities. There's the opportunity for these subcommittees to be creative and to let the steering committee know what they want in the way of programming and outreach. There's also lateral movement from these SIG subcommittees to the standing committees, so that global outreach can reach out to the global outreach committee, communication to communication, etc.
So tell me a little bit about why you think it's so important for the rank and file AASLD member to get involved in SIGs.
Well, it's not just what I think, it's what the membership thinks. They want to be involved. You can come to a meeting and give a talk and sit in a dark room and listen to people talk, but a meeting is really about meeting your peers and interacting with your peers. So if you get actively involved, you get to know people across the country and across the world, so that you network and develop a professional group of colleagues that you can interact with. But it's also on a personal level. This allows you to make a family of it. I've been involved with AASLD at the committee level as a member or as a chair for 23 years now, and I've always been on a committee or as a chair, and this has given me a professional family. It also teaches you leadership skills when you get involved, and this is something we might do at our home institutions, but AASLD is a great way to develop your leadership skills. And frankly, for junior people, it's not a bad way to get something on their resume as well.
You know, it seems like a really inclusive concept, the SIGs. Tell us about specifically things that you have available for mid-level providers.
So the mid-level providers have their own SIG, but they are also very actively involved in the SIGs, and we want them to be involved in the SIGs. So we don't have specific opportunities for them because they are just members of our SIG. They are not, they're not second-class citizens. They are part of our membership. So they too can be on the subcommittees and involved in steering committees, but they have their own SIG as well.
You know, you mentioned leadership and how important it is and how you can mentor one another through the SIGs. What leadership opportunities are available right now through the SIGs?
Well, so actually it's much broader than that. So once upon a time we just had standing committees and you would wait to be nominated for one of these things. Instead, if the call has gone out now for nominations, but also for volunteering opportunities for the standing committees, as well as the nominating committee. So between now and January 20th, you can actually volunteer to be on one of these committees. For the SIGs, the call for that goes out in August. So twice a year there are opportunities to volunteer yourself, and I don't think people should be hesitant to volunteer themselves because we all have something to contribute.
Well, thanks so much for being here today. It's a lot of exciting things going on with the association, particularly with the SIGs, so thanks for being here.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
AASLD TV has all the coverage you want from this year's conference. Be sure to check out all of our content, which is updated every single day here on YouTube during the Liver meeting in San Francisco.